This is part 3 on worksheet 1 of Unit 5. We're going to start by making some circles. The entire part has a diameter of 200. And I think we're going to just extrude that before we draw in the middle and extrude that other part higher. So we'll extrude this based on that side view, which is actually on the top of the assignment. We need a distance of 11. Then we're going to draw on the top of this surface to make that intersection, which if we're looking for those dark lines, based on our side view, this is a circle with a diameter of 104. So I'll finish and extrude that as well. And that should be a total distance of 39 to the top. But we've already gone 11, so we're only going to go 28 additional. And then here we can draw another sketch to push this down. This will be diameter of 85. Sorry about that. And this should go down to 30, so that should be a depth of -9. We also can see at the bottom at the bottom we need to go up 23. So I'm going to go look at the bottom here, sketch on it, and create a circle that's the same size. Actually, this is a little bit smaller. This is a diameter of 84. And we're going to extrude that up into our shape 23. Now, the thing that I kind of paused about before is that there is a small ridge that we need to jump in here. And I think that it might have actually been easier to revolve. So here I'm going to go make two circles, one that's 84 and one that is slightly smaller with a diameter of 72. And we're going to extrude just the space between these two circles. It looks like an additional 2.5. Make that negative to go up in the shape. So you can see there's that little bit of ridge there. What we could have done is drawn based on the side view and revolved it around. But I think this will work fine. So now we need to sketch on the top to make a final hole that goes all the way through. And the hole has a diameter of 50. So cut that through all. Now I've got the hole. You can chamfer that right away too. This edge is a chamfer of 30 degrees. That's got 4, 7, so 3. All right, so at this point, we can start to actually make these cutouts on the outside and these little ridges on the inside to use the pattern tool. So first I'm going to sketch on this face down here, and we're going to I'm going to draw that circle that has a diameter of 160, and then right at the top here I'm going to make a circle where that intersects this vertical line. This should have a radius of 8 or a diameter of 16. And then I'm going to make sure that I go straight out to the sides of these, and then from that intersection out to the outside of the shape. And it doesn't matter if we go too far. Since we're going to be cutting this way. So with all that, I will extrude. And this is really important that we make sure we get this little sliver in here too. And I'm going to cut that away like this. So now that I have one cut, I can go and find the circular pattern tool and the object that I want to pattern is this cutout. The axis that I want to go around is the z-axis, and I want there to be 4 cutouts. Then we're going to do the same thing by drawing on the surface and extruding additively those embellishments around the base. This is a little bit weird because we have to go off at an angle. I'll actually start with that. So I'll go to the edge here, a distance of 100, and then I'll tab over to make a degree of 45. It had locked me on there. Then I'm going to make another circle, starting from the center. This circle has a diameter of 130. And here I'm going to make a radius of 14 or a diameter of 28. And we're going to make sure that this So notice that while I'm drawing the shape, as I'm moving the line around, I'm looking for a perpendicular. So right here, you'll see this perpendicular blue square line up or show up. So that, especially like when I'm drawing from the middle of the circle out to the edge, there's that blue square in the middle. And then when I draw from this point down, I want it to be at a right angle to that original line. So now I have the shape that I want. I could extrude that, and I'll be very careful to get all of the regions in here. And these should be 35 from the bottom or 24 higher than where we are right now. It thinks that we're going to cut because it's intersecting with the shape already, but we're going to correct that to join. And then I'm also going to add a hole which has a diameter of 12. That goes through. We can make sure that it respects this curve, so it's centered on it. So now that I have this whole piece, this whole geometry with the hole that goes all the way through, now what we can do is pattern it. And so we'll select the hole and this shape. Make sure you get all sides of it. And then we will revolve it around the same z-axis. We want 4, not 3. I think we should be pretty close to done. The last thing we need to achieve is there are 2 rectangles that are cut out. You can see them, they go right here. And so I'm going to unhide the origin again, and I'm going to draw on this ZY axis. And I'm going to draw those 2 rectangles and extrude them in both directions. So from the center, it's 7 out and 12 up, it looks like. There we go. 7. And the rectangle is 6 tall and 16 wide. 16. And we'll do the same thing on the other half. And then when we extrude, we'll click both of these rectangles. We'll do them symmetrically through all, and that'll create those 2 holes to the center. And that part is finished.